you're like me with your football shirt collecting, you don't like spending loads and loads of money on football shirts, but you want to collect more. And let's be honest, can be a bit of an expensive hobby. When you get a lot of them as well, you might end up with space problems. But I try to make sure all my shirts are cheap, normally 30, 35 pounds or less. I don't rarely spend more than 35 pounds unless it's something really special. And then I really have to want it has to be on my wish list for a while. Definitely don't pay the prices for new shirts. So what I thought I'd do is I'd bring you some videos where I show you some of the shirts that I managed to get a little bit cheaper and sort of the sites where you get them from, give you an idea. And if you want the same shirts, you can also go get them. And I'll show you a couple of shirts also on the sites that you might be interested in that I thought about. So this time it's a haul that I've got in from Pro Direct. They're completely legitimate shirts. So obviously you can get cheaper fake shirts, but if you want the real thing, sometimes you have to shop around a little bit. So this time it's with Pro Direct. Website's kind of interesting. Putting stuff into the basket is a bit annoying. Finding the actual shirts is also a bit annoying. The filters don't always work that well. But otherwise, it was pretty good. So I actually, at some point, I had 16 shirts in my car. I took it down to 7, but I'll mention some of the honorable mentions that I didn't quite buy. So there were 2 Juventus away shirts, or 1 away shirt and 1 goalkeeper shirt. They've been sort of on my wish list for a while. I decided against it in the end. You know, the price was a little bit higher than maybe I thought, and I couldn't buy 16 shirts. Let's be realistic. So those took those got taken out. There's a very nice Roma esports shirt. It's just it was 35 quid, and because I was spending quite a lot, I didn't want the really expensive shirts in there. So that also got cut from the list. And a couple of international shirts. I think I had a Colombia shirt and an Italy shirt that also didn't make the cut. So I ended up getting 7 shirts and spending about 166 quid, which probably works out after postage, roughly 25, 26 quid a shirt. Less than that even, less than that, 23, 24 quid a shirt. So let's have a look at some of the shirts that I got. Let's start with this one. So a few of them are international shirts. You might already know what this one is. I'll get it out of the bag. I'll also put the prices at the bottom of the screen so you know how much I spent on these shirts. This is the Spain away shirt that they had from the Euros. Quite a nice design. I like this design on this shirt. They have 2 versions of this on the website. The the authentic shirt, which is what did they call it? The player issue shirt. Player issue shirt is also available. Obviously, the player issue normally has a much nicer material, but it's also tighter on the body. The material is nice on this still. Adidas shirts and Nike shirts tend to be pretty good. This one is Adidas. You know, it's an aero-ready one, but the player issue one is just that little bit more expensive. So I decided, because I was buying so many, I did have the other version in the basket, but I took it out, put this one back in. Nice badge on there on the Spain one, embroidered, of course, Adidas and the star as well. These are the molded badges and star. You know, a nice down the sleeve there. You've got a nice little yellow and red pattern. And nothing on the back. The design doesn't continue on the back. But yeah, happy with that. Carrying on the theme of international shirts, in fact, Spain shirts. I picked up this one. I'll grab it out. Here we go. It's just the orange one. It's kind of plain, this one, but I kind of like doing my sports in these ones. Actually, there is a nice design down the side of the shirt, if you can just about make it out in the video there. There's like a print. Obviously, there's some creases there as well. But there's a print down the side of the shirt. This is obviously quite an aerated one. This is a training shirt. It's a bright orange shirt. But I like to wear these ones, particularly in the summer when it's really hot. Nice shirts. You can see also the print is around the collar there. So yeah, that's another Spain shirt. This one was quite cheap. I think it was about 15 quid. I'll put the price at the bottom again. But yeah, happy with that. Happy with that Spain shirt. Let's see if I can get the collar just in there again. There we go. Okay, more international shirts, and this one is hefty. If you can see, there's quite a funky pattern on this one. It's another Adidas one. I'll get it out. All right, this is funky. Now this is quite thick. This is a very thick material. It is a goalkeeper shirt. I stretch it out. An Adidas Mexico goalkeeper shirt. If you can still hear me, look at that. It looks quite big. I think, what size did I order? This is a medium, but look, that's gonna swamp me. I mean, that's gonna be quite nice in the winter. I mean, that feels like it's gonna be cozy. But it's a really cool design. It's the goalkeeper icon jersey. I don't know if they ever played in this. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, look at that. If you're looking for a cool shirt, nice Mexico shirt. Again, those are embroidered, so nice. They're not going to come off in the wash. This is in fact, this will probably last quite well, I'd imagine. This is very thick, sturdy material. Next on the list, another international shirt, again from the Euros last year. 2 years ago, World Cup last year. And here we go. It's the Belgium away shirt. Look at that design. Look at those colors. I don't know how well they're showing up on the camera, but it is fun. Let's say that. This is the Belgian one. It's a what kind of badge is that? The material feels a bit different, but it is one of those rubberized ones. I think just the way that they printed it on, and on this side as well. Is that embroidered or that is on this one are the rubberized ones. Now I've not when these rubberized ones are done well, I've not had too many problems with them with the badges. I have got some of the older rubberized ones. For example, I've got a Real Madrid shirt somewhere where it just started maybe with the heat or something to peel off, and it eventually came off. I'm gonna have to stick it back down or something with some fabric glue. But most of them I've never had a problem with. I don't know if they do stitch them in now or anything. There doesn't seem to be anything, so they are just like heat molded in. But should be pretty good. Anyway, that's the Belgian away shirt from last World Cup, I believe. You can correct me if I'm wrong. It probably says in the. Pretty sure it'll say 2022, right? Doesn't tell me. Yeah, that's the. It is the same design on the back. Some of these shirts, sometimes I don't know if you've seen this year's AC Milan shirt. Nice design on the front, and then when you get to the back, it's just plain. It looks ridiculous. Final two club shirts. In fact, this club has got a lot of very good shirts. Hummel make them at the minute, and I'm wearing one. And it's this Betis shirt. Before though, Kappa were making them, and they also did some solid shirts. This one in here is one of the Kappa ones. Now, Kappa, if you ever buy Kappa tends to run a little bit on the small side and on the tight side. In fact, a lot of the Italian manufacturers do. So just something to bear in mind. I've never had a problem. Like, I can fit into a Nike small quite snugly. Kappa, sometimes I have to go for the large. In fact, I don't know if I've got it here. My Palermo Kappa, I went in the shop and they were like, you have to buy a large. So this is the Betis shirt. It was a special shirt from last year. You can see there's like a big A or something on there. There we go. The back is nicely aerated. The one thing about the Kappa shirts is they're always quite nice material. I don't think they do two versions of the shirts. So you get the nice, actually no, they do, but you often get, with this one, it is the nicer material. I've got a couple of the Napoli ones as well, and they're really comfy to wear. Also, I've got some Betis like tracksuit pants. My favorite thing to wear around the house because they are so comfortable, just like airy. They let your skin breathe, but also you're not going to get cold in them or anything. This is a skin fit one, so like I said, the Kappa ones run a little bit tight. Plus, hopefully, I bought this in a medium. I did okay. I did at least buy this in a medium, but I know that is going to be tight. Those of us with beer bellies, I'm trying to lose mine, but those of us with beer bellies, remember that particularly with the Italian manufacturers, Kappa, Lotto are quite bad. Or there's one, Legea are the worst. I've got some Palermo Legeas, cannot fit in them. And my final one, this one I have got a small, and actually I might regret it because I've just remembered this is actually from an Asian team. So this might run a little bit on the small side, but you can probably see already. And this is a Mizuno shirt, and I don't know if I own any other Mizuno shirts, but we'll have a look. I'm just going to get this card out first because it's got a load of information on it. So, this is the kind of thing you get in secret shirts and stuff normally. But it tells me a little bit about the team in English and in Japanese. It's a Japanese team. Okay, it doesn't look too small, which I'm kind of grateful for. In fact, it looks interesting. Fit me, even though that's a small, that'll fit me. Interesting. I wonder if they've sized it down for the Western market. But it's a Nagoya Grampus shirt, Nagoya Grampus 8 shirt. So it's a blackout one. I haven't got many blackout shirts. I've got a fake Dortmund one somewhere, but I think that's the only blackout shirt I've got. But you can see like a Grampus Nagoya, really cool logo on there. I don't know if you can quite make it out. I think it's a dolphin or a shark playing football. But this blackout shirt looks cool. I've never worn Mizuno, so we'll see what the material's like. They are embroidered, both the badge and the Mizuno logo. This across here, though, I could see this. You got to be careful with that in the wash. And the sponsor is like interesting because it's sort of like I don't know how. I can't think how to describe it. It's like a material. What's the? It is a rub. It's like a rubber. It's rubber, right? But it's a rubber. It's rubber. Like you can see the shine coming off the rubber there, which is interesting. I don't think I've ever seen rubber used for a sponsor. Certainly not for a long time. But yeah, Nagoya Grampus there from that's from Pro Direct Soccer. So they had a whole load of shirts. All of these were between 15 and 35. In fact, I don't even think I spent more than 30 on any of them. So, some absolute bargains in there if you're looking at more economical shirt shopper. Kids shirts, women's shirts go even cheaper. I'm going to bring you some from some other sites, like favorites of mine. If you want to know classic football shirts, their weekly sales and their clearance section, always check those. M&M Direct have a drop every now and again of shirts. I've picked up some like current season shirts from M&M Direct, and I've even seen like Very and JJB and Sports Direct sometimes season or last season shirts going cheap around, weird times of year, often like Christmas. Sometimes they'll drop a load really cheap. I picked up particularly Italian shirts and German shirts, and some of the really cool training shirts. Like I've managed to grab for absolute bargain prices because you just wait to the right time of year. So if you want to be a cheaper bargain hunting football shirt shopper, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll be bringing you some more of these. If you want to see what I got in one of the subscription boxes and whether those are value for money, they cost a little bit more. All of these shirts were cheaper than one of those subscription boxes, by the way. Not one of these cost, the subscription box comes in at £36. All of these were cheaper. And if I'd have got any of those in a subscription box, I'd been pretty happy. So, something to bear in mind. Sometimes the subscription boxes are not the way to go. Really, you're paying for the mystery. But check out my review of the latest one I got, and I'm happy with it. Check the latest review of the one I got from Surprise Shirts.